Okay, so lately I've been trying to teach myself how to cook. Obviously because I can't cook for nothing, and I'm a grown-ass man, bro. And the only thing I really know how to cook is Alfredo pasta, eggs, and whatever I can put in an air fryer. Which isn't saying much because I quite literally put everything in an air fryer. Greatest thing ever invented, by the way. I really don't know what I'd do without it because I just refuse to be one of the people that's out here door dashing food every goddamn day. And no offense, bro, but it's just like, bro, that gets way too expensive, way too fast. Because why is an $18 six-piece from Wingstop costing me $27 plus tax? Not including the tip. Pause. But $30 for a six-piece not crazy? Like, that's insane. Am I tweaking? Yo, you know what? Back on track. I gotta learn how to take care of myself, bro. Okay, and what better way to start than learning how to cook? So that's what I've been doing. And the first thing I learned how to cook was curry chicken. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. I love it. You love it. Your mama loves it. And every country got its own version of it, man. You know, India, Korea, Japan, Africa. But I'm Jamaican, though, so we're gonna do it how Jamaican would, aka how my cousin would, because he makes a pretty good curry chicken. Alright, so let's get straight to business, alright? So I hit him up about it, and, I asked him just to slide over his little recipe real quick, you know what I'm saying? And he was nice enough to do so. And I went out, got me the little curry powder, the chicken, and whatever else I felt like I needed. Laid them out on the counter, and with a little direction from my cousin and my mom's, I was chefing shit, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking a whole lot of cutting, mixing, stirring, pouring, flipping, waiting. And after about, I don't know, like 30 minutes to an hour doing all that, I made myself a plate. Took me a little bite. And I'm not gonna lie, it was cool. Like, it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. In fact, it was actually pretty flavorful. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie though, I did mess up. I put too much ginger in it. So it wasn't really much of a curry chicken and more like a ginger curry, you know what I mean? Like, but it was still valid though, if you ask me. So much so that it gave me a bit of an ego boost to try something a little different. Something no one in my family, at least to my knowledge, has tried before. You feel me? And that is a honey lemon pepper chicken. You know what I'm saying? The perfect mix between something a little sweet and a little tangy, but still hits. You know what I'm saying? Plus, honey barbecue and lemon pepper are two of my go-to wing flavors. So I figured, why not combine the two? You know what I'm saying? And make it my thing. So I went out again, got the honey, got the chicken, and the lemon pepper, and whatever else I felt like I needed. Laid them out on the counter with the TikTok in hand. And got to cooking, bro. You know what I'm saying? I threw the meat in the pan with some squeezed lemons and some lemon juice as well. And while that was having a little soak session, I got straight to cutting up the onions, man. Mixing up the sauces. And I plopped the chicken on the cutting board and I started adding all the seasonings I needed to it. The salt, the pepper, the paprika, and of course, the lemon pepper. And whatever else I felt like I needed. So I threw the chicken on the pot and I watched that little shit sizzle, bro. You hear that? That's what real music sound like. Man, I was in that kitchen feeling like Carmi from The Bear on his busiest night. Straight chef and shit, bro. I was that locked in, bro. I even had to kick the fam out the kitchen, bro. I couldn't afford no distractions. And after about like another 30 minutes to an hour of straight dogging it in the kitchen, I was done. I made myself a little plate. That took me a little bite. And I levitated into orbit. Oh my god, yo, that chicken was so peak, son. The flavors were hitting from all different types of angles, bro. From the sweetness from the dark, rich honey to the mildly salty yet tangy flavor from the lemon pepper, plus the spiciness from the peppers and the paprika. Bro, I was astonished, man. Bro, never in my life did I think something this good could be made with these hands of mine. And it boosted my ego so much, I genuinely started thinking I can make anything. Bro, like, there was no way I couldn't. So I went on to really test that theory. So I went on to cook a bunch more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mainly stuff for my meal prep since I'm trying to get back in the gym, going a little cut type shit. Yeah. And, just to really see how much I really could do. And bro, it was just hit after hit after hit. It really felt like I couldn't miss. You would have thought I had Remy in my locks with the way I was moving, bro, because I was moving in a whole different types of timing, man. Like, this wasn't me. I just kept impressing myself with every new meal that I made, and at this rate, I was well on my way to becoming certified in the kitchen. However, there was one more thing I needed to make in order to prove to myself that I really knew how to cook. You know what I'm saying? A real staple in the kitchen. Something that's been around before Jesus was even born. I needed to make a good steak. Specifically, a steak with well-crusted edges, glossy sears, and enough juice to give an ant an endless pool of gravy for the next 5 days. If I can make that, then I really could make anything. So I went out one more time, and I bought myself a nice Angus steak. I plopped it on the counter, and I pat-dried that steak until it started begging me for water. I started adding all my seasonings to it, the salt, the pepper, and whatever else I felt like adding to it. Then I carefully placed the steak on the pan edge first, and I watched that little shit simmer. That music, it soothes me. I flipped the steak flat on the pan and gave each side 4 to 5 minutes. Then I added some butter, garlic, thyme, pour. That smell. This must be what it smells like to be certified. It calms me. I took the steak out the pan and I let it sit for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I had to really observe the beautiful work of art that I just made. And I'm not gonna lie, I was looking good. It had it all, bro. The well-crusted edges, the glossy sears, and enough juice to drown an ant in its entire bloodline. I cut the steak up into strips. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if the inside looks just as good as it does on the outside. And oh, brother, I felt like him, bro. Because what I saw, man, was a nice brown, soft edges with a dark pastel pink on the inside. That's medium rare colors right there. Oh my. Is this it? Could I really actually be certified? I took up a strip, took one bite, and I deadass started considering picking up a vegan diet. Bro, that shit was so ass. Oh my god, bro. That had to be top 3 worst things to have ever entered my mouth. And I've eaten a lot of crazy things. Pause. But it straight up tasted like someone took a stretchy decomposed chew toy and dunked it in a pool of blood. Like, bro, this steak tasted so raw. I could have sworn I tasted the grass they fed this cow, bro. Like, what is this, Bermuda? St. Augustine? It doesn't even matter, bro. This shit is disgusting. I thought I was tweaking, bro. So I put it back in the pan until every bit of pink was off that steak, okay? I picked up the strip again, took another bite, and I fell to my knees, bro. It still tasted raw. Certified in the kitchen? Nothing. I'm not Carvey. I'm not even no Gordon Ramsay. Nigga, I'm not even Alfredo Linguini. I'm nothing. But it's cool though. It's cool though because I realize now more than ever that cooking is an art, bro. And just like any other art, if you want to get good at it, you gotta practice the shit, bro. Obviously. But please, 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 let me tell you, do not skip the basics. All right? Because I used to be the type of dude that would dive headfirst in everything I did. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get the best results in the shortest amount of time. But let me tell you, that would only lead to roadblocks. And I ran into a lot of roadblocks while making this video because I didn't know the basics. And unfortunately, this vid was heavily involved with the basics. So I essentially had to teach myself how to animate while I was it was just problems, gang. And this video took way longer than it was actually supposed to. But it's worth it though, because at the end of the day, I am still trying to get better at animations. Because I have big plans for this channel. Big plans. But I also have plans involving animation outside this channel as well. So I genuinely have to get better. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about soon, eventually, when the time comes. But yeah, bro, I'm done yapping. I think I'm gonna just go work on the next script. And hopefully I can get it out within the next month. Not in 2 months, not in 3, but the next one, hopefully.
I'm trying my best, bro. Y'all gotta work with me here, bro. y'all gotta work with me, bro. Please, just stick around if you can, bro. If not, I understand. But hey, man, I'ma still keep doing this though. So, love y'all, boys. Hope y'all doing good. And yeah, I'ma see y'all in the next one. Bang, bang.
What the fuck am I doing, bro?